Thank you, Dr. Shilpi. Warm greetings on Doctor's Day to everybody, and thank you for the leadership for giving us a chance and opportunity to speak on such an important day. I will be speaking on a role of research in public health. Um, the outline of my presentation would be basically what is the definition of a research and health research, the types of health research, lessons from COVID-19 that we all have learned, and where do we stand globally in health research, and what is being done for India, because we have a group of young enthusiastic doctors with us. So I think this would be most useful to tell them what are the avenues available also for public health research in India. Now, moving on to the next. Okay, so what do you think, when you listen to the word research? The words like investigate, experiment, test, explore, these are the words which come to our mind. But I believe that basically it is a very simple definition can be research. You have to search again, but how? You have to search in the form of systematic investigation on a particular area, which may yield some facts, and those facts should bring about some change, which leads to betterment of humanity. Now, this systematic investigation, you need to find the need for the change, where the change is needed, then the funds available for the carrying out this research, and you need skilled human resources, which is a very big problem that we see everywhere. And then you need to find the right area and who will benefit on this area of research. And ultimately, the facts should be trustworthy, and the change should be acceptable, available, affordable, and accessible to the stakeholders. Then only you can implement the findings of the research. Now, moving forward, like what is health research, if we explain? So people are there with different physical conditions and ailments such as diabetes, and we have somebody suffering from depression. Now, what we eat or where we stay and the social values and the social support system we have next to us are also responsible for all this. So health research is basically finding answers to particular health needs with respect to all the social aspects as well. What does a health research answer? Health research answers to us to understand what is the cause of a disease. It helps us to improve the overall health of the public and health promotion. Then the service delivery part is very important as well, which is answered by health research, how we can improve that and how can we improve, how we can be more efficient in providing services. Then discovery of new medicines, as well as comparison of different treatments that we offer for a particular ailment or a condition. Now, moving forward, the types of health research. There's the basic research where we do invention of a medicine, and then we move on to the clinical part of it, that we test it on the human population and check. And then the public health research part where we implement it. We see that, that how useful is the basic research. Basically, it's all interrelated. The basic research leads to clinical research, which further moves on to public health research. An example, in 2017, we did our team did a study on daily regimen for TB treatment in 6 districts across India, and we discovered the acceptance challenges and community perceptions, and what were the barriers and what were the facilitators among the community. And then we published the results, and this helped. This was a small work we did for the government that time in 2017. Moving forward, lessons from COVID-19 in the therapeutic solutions and diagnostic techniques for the pandemic, and then the preventive measures. Everything is coming from health research only. And we need a lot of stakeholders. We need multiple stakeholders to be involved, from basic scientists to epidemiologists to biotechnologists to doctors who are treating in the forefront to public health managers. And countries with better intersectoral linkages and trained professionals have seemed to fare very well in the pandemic. And this is what is the need of the hour that we all need to do. Some key health indicators for India versus other countries. India is not performing very well on some of the indicators, such as the neonatal mortality rate we see is comparatively higher. The under 5 mortality rate is comparatively higher to the other Southeast Asian countries, as well as in the BRICS network. If we go, we are also not faring very well. For the immunization coverage and the birth of skill attendance also, we see that there also we are not at the very right score that we should be at, or as compared to other neighboring countries as well. So since I am into global health, I believe that on these countries only maximum research is being carried out. We need to see where we stand, where is our representation. And the young doctors here, I am sure this is very interesting to see for them also that if we see, this is a WHO database that presents the health researchers as full-time equivalents per million inhabitants. If we see as per income groups, then in high income countries, okay, so in high income countries, it is around 350 FT per million inhabitants as compared to low income countries, which is just 7. So that's like 50 times more than that. And the women health researchers we see are 49% representation in the lower middle income countries where India stands. So we can see here that in the high income countries, definitely the researchers are more, and that's why they are able to come out with more work and more research reports and get more projects as well. For overall, from overall researchers pool, if we see how many health researchers are there by income group, so in low income countries, there are 14%, and in upper middle income countries, the 11%, but India falls in the rank of 13%. So in India, if there are all researchers, then out of them only 13% are health researchers. And I think this number needs to be improved in over the coming years with more researchers stepping into research. Of the overall grants which are distributed globally, which were distributed in 2017-18, majority were research. 70% of them were the research grants and 19% were the training grants. Now, what was the situation in India? India managed to get 76 of these grants. So that's like 0.09% of the grants coming towards India, which is relatively higher as compared to the other counterparts. But who are the top funders in India right now? In 2017-18, as per that data, major funders were Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. There was Wellcome Trust. And of these total grants awarded to India, 76% were awarded for research and then for training and so on and so forth. The main categories on which these grants were could be distributed into, majority of them were for infectious and parasitic diseases, and followed by an NCD such as mental and substance use disorders, and a very small fraction was for factors influencing health status like the health systems and human resources for health, and injuries poisoning was the last one. So I'm telling you all this so that in case you have a interest area in one of these areas, then you can see, like, you know, the demand, and we actually need to divide the amount in equally in all the areas. The number of grants which were received by organizations. So number one was Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. And then we have the Christian Medical College here. We have THSTI here. We can see Public Health Foundation of India is also one of the recipients of these grants which came, but very less names are there. I think we need more medical colleges and more research associations to come forward and be able to get this grant and do more research on this. This is a very interesting study, and it shows, it compares the regional health needs versus the regional research efforts. Regional health needs based on your Delhi's disability adjusted life years versus the RCTs conducted. And if we see for South Asia, then the need versus the effort is very minuscule as compared to the need of the research we need. So I think that, you know, these studies are eye openers for us, that when we are going to do some research, then we should know that, you know, like more effort is needed on this side and on our part. But India has new avenues. Recently, there are a lot has been done. For instance, there are several government programs under the National Health Policy which have been highlighted, like the Ayushman Bharat and Swachh Bharat Mission, which talk about preventive and promotive health. We target a public health expenditure of 2.5% GDP as well. Multidisciplinary medical research units and clinical trial units have been set up in India, and it's coming up. Evidence-based decision making at clinical and public health level is coming up very rapidly. I would like to draw your attention towards Department of Health Research. Under the 12th five-year plan, Human Resource Development Scheme of Development of Health Research in 2020 offered fellowships for young scientists, for young female scientists, for institutions who want to offer distance learning programs, and even to develop distance learning programs. So this has all been offered, and the government is trying to arrange avenues and encourage people, because we need trained individuals to run and support these activities. As Dr. Himanshu has already mentioned in his study, in his presentation, this was a study that we did in 2017. And yes, we need public health professionals. We forecasted that, and we need around 21,000 to 45,000 public health professionals by 2026. And if we see the supply chain, the time it takes for us to actually for a public health graduate to public health management or a public health professional to graduate, it takes a lot of time. And this gap is definitely going to increase in the coming years. So at the end, I would like to say that the role of health research in public health, it cannot be overemphasized. In the past, there have been some key findings and have marked a turning point in public health. Today, the world is confronted with new challenges, but we need public health researchers more than ever. And yes, we are all involved from all the fraternities. It's a multidisciplinary field, like we have just seen. And at the end, I would like to say that you have got to jump off a cliff and build your wings on the way down. जिस तरह डॉक्टर शिल्पी ने शुरुआत में बोला था कि पंछी को पिंजरा तोड़ के अपने एवेन्यूज ढूंढने पड़ेंगे. You have to take the leap of faith, and then you have to just take the research idea you have forward, and take it on and develop on it. So this is not the end of the webinar from our side. This is a new beginning. We believe that the students will be encouraged and motivated towards public health as a career option, and looking forward to a long association and a continued association with Nalanda Medical College from our side, from IIPH Delhi. Thank you.